Hi everyone, how are you? I miss you all, you beautiful people. If you're new to my channel, welcome, welcome, welcome. Don't forget that if you resonate with my energy, don't forget to like and subscribe. Help me out in this journey. By doing so, you'll be able to spread the light of the divine with as many people as possible. Now, I'm a medium. So don't click out if you don't see me pulling cards right away, because I'm a medium, so I channel, and then they confirm with the cards, okay? If you've been watching my readings for a while and haven't subscribed, just hit the little subscribe button and the bell. That way that when I post my next video, you get notification. Okay, so really quickly, because I want to just get right into it. I want to thank you guys so much, seriously, for the amount of support and love that I have received from you guys on this journey. You guys know that I started my channel about 2.5 months ago. Before then, I only did readings on a personal, in-person way. I wouldn't be here if it wasn't for you guys. The last reading that I posted, I was fucking triggered. I am kind of sorry, but at the same time, that's coming out as a human level. But I surrender from the divine. I know everything's divinely orchestrated. So those messages were messages that needed to be shared. Okay? But I did want to show you guys appreciation and tell you that everything, all the channeling and the help and the healing that I'm able to do is all thanks to you and your support in my channel. For those of you that have booked personalized readings, if you didn't hear my reading before, my last one, please do, because I explained some stuff in there. But there is a waiting period. Now, please bear with me, because, like I said, I'm new to the whole YouTube thing, but I'm not new to being a medium. Like I said, this online thing is new to me. So I opened up my website for you guys to book, thinking it would make it easier. But the shit's being like complicated as hell. So if you book that way, don't worry. Nothing's changed. But I have been getting emails that people are confused. I left descriptions in the description box of how to pay. But some people are confused. That doesn't mean that if you booked and you're confused on how to pay, that all of a sudden your booking doesn't exist. No, that hasn't changed. I still have your name down. But I sound like a freaking weirdo, like all over the damn place, because the last reading I'm like, just go to my website, but the shit's confusing the crap out of people. So what I'm gonna do is, again, if you book that way, it doesn't matter. If you want to book that way, it doesn't matter. You can continue to do so. But if you're interested in personalized readings, I know I'm going again against what I said, but for now, please contact me, starmoonangel1111@gmail.com. I will just email you back with the information and give it a couple of days. I have gone through all my emails for the most part and responded to people. Tonight, I'm going to go in through my chats. Remember, guys, please be patient, because it's one person. Yes, you. I love you all. You guys are the freaking best. You guys are awesome. But it's like your message swamped in between like 60 messages. Like, I kid you not. So I have to take time into that. Personalized readings, if you're waiting, I'm working, sending them like back to back. So if you feel like you've been waiting forever, you're probably going to get it first, right? So keep looking out for it, even though I told you guys my time frame, okay? If you're interested, like I said, email me if you resonate. I'd love to help you with the journey. So remember that my readings are timeless. So even though I am channeling the energies for this week, it can resonate with you whenever. All right. So I wanted to say that. So let's go ahead. Boom. This week, like I said, for a lot of you, you are still getting communication. Okay. There's still a truth coming out. I very clearly see the Ace of Swords, and I stick to what I said the last time. It's going to hit a lot of you like a ton of bricks, okay? It's going to be like a tower moment. You've been having tower moments also. they have been hit with tower moments. They don't know what to do. They don't know. They're chasing their tail, and you feel like you're chasing your tail, but you are exhausted. Okay. However, as exhausted that you are, it's almost like you're confused as to why you still, even though you're hyperventilating, chasing your tail. But it's because that's confirmation that you are one soul and you ultimately channel their energy. So part of this process is spiritually awakening enough, and a lot of you are there, and I'm very proud of you. Huge shifts, especially since February and March. If you look back, I know for most of you, it's like you're completely a different person, and that's going to continue into the summer. That's going to continue into the winter. If you've had personalized readings, it's interesting. The timeline has been consistent for everybody that's been sent to me. Okay, and they confirm that through the cards that signify timing. So that's how I know that the collective that resonates with me is pretty much in the same path of huge transformations. Okay, huge. Like I said, February into March, it's completely different than now. By July, August, completely different. By then, you're going to have more of a positive connection with your divine masculine. Remember that divine masculine, divine feminine, your energies tend to switch. So you can resonate with divine masculine's energy at any given time. I almost feel like today, a lot of you divine feminines are actually in your divine masculine power. But that's the thing. It's like back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. You have 1 minute where you're just like, you know what, whatever, I'm walking away. You know, some of you are just like, I'm walking away, I'm not focusing on this. Some of you have already surrendered and trusted that this is your person no matter what, but you know not to put yourself through hell. So that's kind of like a divine masculine energy. Remember, kings and queens in the cards, even if they come out, you can be a female, there's no such thing as gender, and still resonate with king energy. A lot of you are in that, okay? Which is beautiful. But the thing is, then you very quickly go into your divine feminine power where you'll cry out of nowhere. You have these thoughts. Can't get them off of your mind. If you can't get him or her off of your mind and you are trying, then I guarantee you there are no accidents. It is because they are not getting you out of their mind. Because we're all energy. It's like Wi-Fi, right? We're all connected. So we have the capability to go on the internet. A lot of people don't even understand how the hell that works. We are vibration, we're frequency. So it's like Wi-Fi, you're still connected, right? That's why you're able to have telepathic communication and whatnot. A lot of you doubt that, a lot of you don't, that that's what you're hearing. What you're hearing and what you're feeling, they're confirming that it is from them. I have a lot of involuntary movements, okay? Because I am a meeting. Oh my goodness. There you go. Energy healing work. Thank you for sending me healing energy to me and through me for my own blessings and for all of those around me. Thank you for connecting me to loving and high integrity healers and teachers of energy healing modalities. And Archangel Michael has something else to say before I begin. Forgive yourself. You've done nothing wrong. I ask that you help me let go of self-blame and forgive myself. Please guide me in releasing any toxic anger or fear toward others. Thank you, Archangel Michael, for allowing me to feel centered and at peace. Wow. So that's exactly what I was just about to go into. This entire week, and remember, it could go into, I feel like this entire month revolves around energy healing work. Divine masculine, a lot of them feel like they cannot forgive themselves. You guys don't understand. It's like they're hurting you, but they are not understanding that by staying back, by holding back, they almost, again, this is general reading, so it might not resonate with you. A lot of them feel like by staying back, by not communicating, they're doing you some kind of a favor in the long run. Like they are protecting you from things that they can't even protect themselves from. Whether it be a karmic situation that they haven't been able to get rid of, Remember, karmic situations don't have to be relationships. It could be marriage, it could be children, it could be toxic patterns, addictions, codependencies. I did say in my last reading, a lot of them have addictions, a lot of them have these double lives. And that is why that moon energy, that 7 of Swords energy, deception, even though they showed you loving energy when you guys were together, part of the reason why they had to run away is because when they got close, they realized that they weren't ready to face themselves, so they couldn't face you. And it's almost like they feel like they were doing you a favor, but in reality, they were hurting the shit out of you. But it is no accident. By hurting you, those were triggers to initiate the energy healing work that you need in order to come through the process of union. Because a lot of you have had impatience issues, attachment issues, thinking about them more than you thinking about yourself. The pain that you felt from these situations were greater than the pain that you felt for things that you should technically feel more pain for. Ultimately, bringing your energy down instead of raising your vibration, which is what actually brings about union. If you have had conflict lately, if you have said things that were really rude, if you think that you did something to trigger them to walk away, Archangel Michael, which is the angel of protection, wants you to be very, very clear that nothing is an accident. They want you to surrender to the fact that this is all part of the process of releasing karmic cycles for you to better yourself, because union and communication is very near. And like I said, for a lot of you, this week, it's not done. If you haven't received communication or a truth coming out, even if you don't receive communication, it might be telepathically. Surrender to the divine and know that your thoughts are not crazy. It might be through somebody else. It might be through social media. But a harsh truth is going to come about. And that is why you've gone from the 9 of Swords energy, anxiety, 10 of Swords being pinned down, because you know 10 of Swords is the last card that you're bleeding and pinned down, but this is the last stop before a huge spiritual awakening. Star card, Sun card, Lover's card are the cards to me that signify the divine, clarifying that they are the ones speaking, okay? Hold on 1 second, sorry. And you, divine feminine, are finally 9 of Pentacles, High Priestess, starting to trust your psychic insight. You're so close to union, you can taste it. However, the past couple months have everything to do with karma. And the truth of the matter is, and I explained this in my last video, the angels know what's in your Akashic records, what's meant for you. They have all this abundance in their hand. But if divine masculine resists, because some of them are, even some divine feminines, because they just cannot release these devil energies. However, the majority, like 90% of you, because the divine intervention is so strong that that's not going to happen. Like, they need to surrender, but some of them will fight. And I did say, what ends up happening when you fight your karmic lessons is that you continue to go through the process over and over, which is a pain in the ass for you guys, but ultimately it's going to be a bigger pain in the ass for them. And ultimately, this cycle is going to continue. You're still going to get to a week where there's videos. This reading is going to resonate again. They are not going to be able to escape it. That's why they haven't been able to escape it in the past. A lot of them have gotten to the point where they realize, okay, I can't be fucking crazy. I'm not a masochist here. I don't love pain. Why am I always here? I'm blaming this person, but I'm always here. And you know what? But you divine feminines also have to get out of the power of thinking that you, but most of you already have, are perfect. No, because you've had your lessons too. A lot of you, anger, releasing yourself, it says here, anger or fear towards others. Because now you're in a state, every single stage of your journey, it's another lesson. It was anger, for sadness first, 5 of Cups, then anger, 5 of Wands, devil energy, conflict, then burden, 10 of Wands. And now it's like self-blame, like who am I that I allowed somebody to do this to me when I'm beautiful, when I have everything? There's so many people out there that give me what I need. And a lot of you have had many suitors. And that's the interesting part. Because now the divine is testing you because union is so near. Some of them are still in a karmic relationship and they're being tested because union is so near. Are you going to go down this path? Or are you going to continue with the karmic partner? Or are you going to go towards the truth, the healing, your purpose? If they go towards the other person, they're going to learn very quickly it was a bad mistake. Because the reality is, there's a quote. You're not supposed to marry the person you can live with. You're supposed to marry the person you can't live without. So if you're lucky enough to be put on this earth as a twin flame, because not everyone has a twin flame on this earth, then you should not be. Your happiness and abundance lies within marrying the person you can't live without. Because that person you can't live without is the person that's going to heal you and make you feel like your ultimate self, not someone that's just providing the basics. Now, these freaking, if they're still in a freaking karmic partner, and I said this before, death card, that shit's done. Walking away, 5 of Cups. A lot of them just don't know how to get out. And like I said, that's why they don't feel worthy of coming towards you. But some of them just make the wrong, okay, no such thing as wrong choices, because it all depends on your karmic lessons, what you need to learn. Because a lot of them are making the wrong choices in how they're handling it, which hurts you, but then creates a reaction out of you, which ultimately is a block you need to release. But you're so close. The finish line is here. That's why you guys are dying. A lot of you are just like, fuck this shit. But actually, by being in that energy, it brings it about. I see communication this week. Even if you've had an argument, some of you, or you haven't had communication, there's going to be some kind of communication for a lot of you this week, and just honesty. Because the lack of honesty now, the 7 of Swords that they thought they were getting away with, is now hurting them more than it is hurting you. And it's causing them depression. It's causing them anxiety. 9 of Swords, 5 of Cups. It's causing them regret of how they've made you feel. A lot of you are going to be going away. I still see the Chariot card out of nowhere. A lot of you have already seen them. A lot of you, just like other readings that I've channeled, will receive communication or have not, or have so already. Things started to progress a little bit, and then they just did the same shit again. The same shit happened again. And now that's where the releasing any toxic anger and fear towards others comes into play. That's where the fear comes in, like, oh my God, like, why am I doing this to myself? Now I have fear that when they come forward, they're going to do this shit again. And to be honest, some of you still have a couple more cycles and they are going to do it. But this is the time where energy healing work is speeding up. They already know that you guys have a soul connection, which is the 6 of Cups. They already know they have wounds. They already know they want to rekindle. That's the interesting part. Whereas a little bit ago, they denied that. More and more and more of you, like a domino effect, are coming into union full force, because I feel like for the majority of the collective that resonates with me and my readings and my energy are not just coming into union, are like out of nowhere, like releasing karmic situations and being like, you know what? The fuck are we doing? Why are we hurting ourselves? We've been doing this, and it's just going to go from nothing to the 10 of Cups, the 10 of Pentacles, the 4 of Wands. Let's get married. Let's have children. Let's just make a plan. That's it. Why are we doing this to each other? Because they realize that you're supposed to marry or be with the person you can't live without. They're not finding happiness in any other situation. But a lot of them also can't release the guilt Forgive yourself, you've done nothing wrong. A lot of them feel like they're stuck in karmic situations. And they feel ashamed of their addictions. They feel ashamed of what they did to you. They feel ashamed of marrying someone and leaving them out in the cold because of how they feel. They feel ashamed of not being truthful. They feel ashamed and scared that they might hurt their children, leave someone out in the cold. They feel like they're stuck. A lot of them feel stuck to a person and I feel like some of them have financial ties to a Queen of Pentacles that they care about. But they are now realizing it is not their responsibility and it is toxic and holding them back because it's karmic. So they have to find the strength card to move away, 5 of Cups. But the time is coming. They're just trying to make a plan as the King of Swords. 2 and 3 of Wands, how the hell they're going to get out of this. And they're doing it very quickly. So even while they're coming out of it, a lot of you are going to get Page of Swords, Knight of Swords, 8 of Wands, communication with them this week, even into this weekend for a lot of you, about the truth, about how they feel. It's going to hit you like, oh, but a lot of you already knew that somewhere, either spiritually, like you've had these like thoughts, like anything that you felt like, I just feel this is true. I feel like he's lying. They know that you're the High Priestess. They know that you know. They know because everybody that's in this union has intuitive skills. How much they heighten depends on how much you surrender to the divine. So they know, and that's also part of the fear. But a lot of you feel empty. It's like you're empty at this point. How many times are you going to put me through this shit? But they also say the same thing. How many times am I going to put them through this? But they feel, a lot of them, like they don't have anything to offer. And it has to do a lot with senses of inadequacy. Like they are not good enough for you. And really struggling to see, but finally they do acknowledge and see that the abundance that they're not getting in a job, in finances, in love, in security, and everything is not coming because they're not releasing their karmic situations, because they're not trusting the divine, because they're not following their heart and they're leading with their head. And that is not where love and happiness lies, because that's the truth. When you surrender, like literally, that's the miracle. They give you everything like this. It's not that you need to have these finances in check to then offer it to this person, because a lot of them feel like they have to be the emperor, and that's tied to finances and stability, and they have to make you feel like they can buy you a house and give you kids, and that's all next to devil energy. That's that 7 of Cups illusion of what it's supposed to be, when in reality what the divine is trying to guide you guys by energy healing work is that by surrendering, when you come into union, that's when everything is just going to give to you, like out of nowhere. Just like I, out of nowhere, decided to open a YouTube channel. And look how many people I've been resonating with, which means so much to me. Out of nowhere. Let go of these blocks. That's when they give you. They're like, oh, you surrender. Here you go. When you live your purpose, which has to do with following your heart, following what you feel spiritually, that's when they give you that job, that love. A lot of them know that, but they are still working through releasing the guilt and the fear of letting go and learning how to do this without hurting somebody else, because they feel like also if they're in a karmic situation in terms of another girlfriend, another boyfriend, that this person, they have a good heart on the inside. They don't want to leave them out in the cold, but they're leaving themselves out in the cold. Like, really? You just have to do it. They're not seeing reality, that people separate, that they're not letting other people learn their own lessons. They're not letting people learn their own karmic lessons. You have to leave people out in the cold, just like they left you out in the cold. For so long, they want to recognize that they don't want to leave these karmics and these situations out in the cold. They want to feel guilty about stuff without recognizing they've been leaving you out in the cold this entire time, when you're the one that's been there for them, giving them satisfaction, giving them everything, trying. Feeling like you deserve it, like this is your karmic lesson, which it has been. But then feeling, interestingly enough, with their karmic situations, like that's not the case. But now they're starting to make a plan and realize that these control issues, which is the Emperor next to the 7 of freaking Cups, is all of it, it's all an illusion. You have to leave them out in the cold. You have to do these things the hard way for them to learn their hard lesson. That doesn't mean that from afar, but it has to do with actual ex-wives that have children. You can't expect that they're going to get a divorce and all of a sudden that person's going to be gone. Their children, that would be honestly disgusting and horrible if you felt like they should leave and abandon their children. So if you are that kind of person, you need to just click out, because I do not respect that. That is devil energy. You do not do that. But they don't realize that they're damaging themselves and they're damaging everything else by staying in these karmic situations. And remember, they don't have to be people. If they come closer to you, which is the truth, they will spiritually awaken quickly to be able to have the strength, because you guys together are so freaking powerful, and they know that everything's going to be able to be worked through together. They are starting to realize that by separating from these karmic situations, these karmic partners, they can still help them from being left out in the cold, instead of causing conflict by still staying there. So they're still trying to move forward. A lot of them are not doing it the right way though, but they will, and they know, and they're planning to come and apologize. I see a big apology for a lot of you into this week. Huge, huge, huge. Sorry for what I put you through. But a lot of you cannot let go of this fear. And that's fine, because part of this journey too, Divine Feminine, is to come into your Empress power. You need to be abundant on your own. You need to go towards your soul purpose. Be happy on your own. If you are obsessing over Divine Masculine, Divine Masculine, Divine Masculine, instead of listening to these readings for insight, for growth, listening it because of codependency and anxiety, you are blocking this. And interestingly enough, your thoughts are creating your outcome, and vice versa. They also, more so, you're more aware of that than them. They don't realize that they are manifesting their reality, that their anxiety is causing more anxiety, that their anxiety is causing anxiety in you, and vice versa, that them feeling like they're not worthy and you should find somebody else because they suck even though they love you, is actually bringing another person to their life, because that's the law of attraction. Archangel Michael, he wants to talk a lot today. Honor and trust your feelings. Thank you, Archangel Michael, for supporting, guiding me, and protecting me as I listen to act upon my feelings, and help me understand how to express my emotions with love. Like I said, they're starting to honor and trust their feelings and realize that you and your loved ones are safe. You can't make it up. Dear God and Archangel Michael, thank you for watching over me and my loved ones. Please help me feel secure and at peace, and fill me with the faith so that I may focus on my priorities and enjoy a healthful, happy life. Which means that these karmic situations, they're not leaving anybody in their cold, that they're going to be safe as long as they come from a place of positive energy. When they're still in that anxiety of what's going to happen by moving away from their children, from these karmic partners, and going towards their soul purpose, without honoring and trusting their feelings, they're actually creating a toxic situation and blocking these karmics from actually healing themselves. They need to let go of regret, and so do you. A lot of you, in case you feel like you're also, let's say some of you are married, feel like you cannot do your energy healing work because you feel guilty. It's time to let go of that and realize that this process is all about spiritually awakening. Hi, sorry, I don't know what happened. So I had to fix my phone. That's what I record with. And I just organize it here so when I get into the tarot, I have more space. Anyway, back to what I was channeling. Remember, this is a general reading. So some things are going to resonate, some are not. Okay? I'm also getting that for a lot of you, in terms of karmic situations, now remember, it doesn't have to be a wife. It could be a wife. It could be a girlfriend. It could be a boyfriend. It could be a husband. It could be children. It could be your mother. It could be your father. It could be your grandmother. Okay? Anything that keeps you bound. It doesn't even have to be people, remember that. But in particular, because this is general, I am particularly getting for those who have karmic situations that involve people. You might not even be aware of it. I feel like the situation is a lot different than what you actually have been thinking in your mind. However, you are the high priestess, so you fucking know. You know everything. And it's like, that's what causes the anger in a lot of you, even though you are constantly in a high vibrational energy. Because it's like, You see them act in this Seven of Swords, moon energy, keeping things in, keeping themselves in this Nine of Swords anxiety, and this Eight of Swords stuck. And a lot of your conflict has to do with the fact that you already freaking know, because you have very strong intuition about things that are going on. And you've been frustrated. A lot of the source of your frustration has everything to do with the fact that it's not so much that you guys can't get along. It's that ultimately secrecy and lack of honesty does not fucking work. It is a trap for disaster. And a lot of you have had communication, they've spoken truth, but you've always known it hasn't been the whole truth, because all twins in this kind of soul connection have intuitive abilities. So therefore, you are always guided by the light, and you always know something's up. And that's what triggers the ins and outs, okay? Because then you, for a lot of you, it triggers you into acting with anxiety, with fear, all that stuff. But remember, that's also your karmic lesson, because throughout this process, believe it or not, you guys are healing each other. Now, this is what I'm getting. For a lot of you, I already said some stuff. For some of you, I'm very strongly getting that their karmic situation with a person is a lot more toxic than you know. It's not that they don't want to be with you. They act like cold, like they don't want to be with you. Almost like they think they're protecting you. And in your mind, you're like, yeah, right. You get angry because you're like, it takes 2 freaking seconds to like acknowledge me or be honest. But they have this deep sense of inadequacy where they feel they can't shake it, that if they're honest with you, they're going to lose you. But at the same time, they're losing you. But they're not. They're clinging on to hope. They feel hopeless about this karmic situation. They feel stuck and bound. They don't know what the hell to do. But inside their heart space, all they think about is you. And in a way, they feel like they're protecting you. Isn't that crazy? I'm being told, since this is like this week, some of their karmics are freaking like out of their mind, manipulative, threatening them. If you leave, I'm not going to let you see the children. If you leave, I'm going to do this, this, and that. Calling them names. Just, they don't know if they're going to come home and be, and like the door of their room or their room is locked, you know, so that they can be stuck in a place where there's an argument. I see like arguments so loud that everyone's hearing it. I'm getting clearly channeling like being in a car, like yelling, like just brawls, okay? And Divine Masculine wants to get the fuck out, but he's almost scared of what's gonna happen, how he's gonna do so, because he has financial ties to somebody or something. For a lot of you, a lot of them, it feels like fear that if they move forward, they will make their life miserable. And in a way, not for all of them, for a lot of them, for a good time, they repressed their feelings because they just didn't want to deal with the fact that they weren't able to get out of this. But now they're very aware. They're more spiritually awakened now for their feelings for you. But they almost feel like causing you pain now, it's kind of like twisted. Causing you pain now in this way, through separation, through holding back, through being cold. In their mind, it's like, I don't know how to tell you, but I'm actually protecting you from a bigger pain. For a lot of them, they almost even fear that the karmic situations, if it's people, are actually going to come after you. Believe it or not. Like knocking on your door. He left me and my children. Like, I see that. They feel out of freaking control, and it's trickling to every aspect of their life. And then it's confusing because at the same time they feel this love for you, you feel this love for them, and they feel that love telepathically. A lot of them have started like Hierophant. See the Hierophant card. Again, the divine for me is the sun, star, lovers. have been going into spirituality, even if they've never shared that, and have even practiced like trying to communicate with you through meditation, telepathically. And a lot of times that they do that, if you've been getting thoughts of them saying like, I love you, I just can't be there, or I love you, I'm just stuck, or I love you, I just... Some of you even get thoughts, telepathic communication, of like feeling them crying hysterically, which you've never even seen them do. If you've been feeling that, that's because it's happening. But this karmic that I'm channeling, these karmics, or again, it's a person. It could be a child. It could be anybody. Is toxic, and it's almost like scary to them, reverting them back to just emasculating them, making them feel worthless, even though, but now they're finally in their power, like, no. Because they're afraid. A lot of these karmics, when they do separate, will be causing turmoil for a little while. But little do they know, you already fucking know this shit. And the only one that, and you guys believe, when there's true love, these are just part of the things that you deal with. They're things that happen. But they haven't even given you a chance of telling you the truth of what's going on for you to make that determination on your own. Like, yes, I'm willing to deal with this. No. So in turn, they're just causing you pain and confusion. And almost like, sometimes you want to say like, fucking can't stand you, I hate you. But then you very quickly say, I don't hate you, I don't. There's no way. But a lot of you are just ready to give up and go find somebody else because of their lack of communication about the truth. It's like, what are you fucking afraid of? They have this mentality of trying to protect you. You have this mentality of like, love is love. I got your back no matter what. You know? You're not the first. I'm not the first. I'm not going to be the last. Like, we've all gone through our stuff. A lot of them are going to get out of this. A lot of you are going to come into union, and this karmic is going to test you, but that's also a karmic lesson. As long as you surrender to true love, the divine got you. You're going to know how to handle these situations. It's nothing that hasn't happened before, but they are like destroying themselves, destroying you, destroying everything, destroying every possibility of living a fulfilling life because of their fear of this person that is little by little destroying every single piece of them. And it's almost like you see them as selfish, you see them as this, you see them as that, you see them as that. You might even have told them this, and you feel like they're being awful to you. Again, it's no excuse, but it's almost like they feel cornered, they feel stuck, 8 of Swords, because you don't know what's going on in their home and you're bashing them, and it's like, I don't know what to do anymore. Like, I see crying, panic attacks, you know what I mean? Like, they are almost embarrassed, they don't know what to tell you because they feel like at this point you're going to see everything as an excuse, but really all you want is the truth. The truth is going to come out for a lot of you this week. Comment when it happens. It's going to be more like, I want to make a plan with you. This is what I want. There's going to be some kind of investment with you, whether it be financial, emotional, spiritual. Or at least be honest. Like, I cannot be with you right now for this, and this, but I fucking love you to death. And you don't have to wait around for me if you don't want to. But just know that there's nothing that I want more in this world. I just need to get through this, and this. And as long as there's truth, you will be able to work through something, because that's all you need. But when you come together with your divine partner, the karma cannot affect you as much as they think and as much as you think, because you're always going to be protected. And there is going to be a solution to it and an ending to this stress, but it's not going to happen until the divine is basically causing havoc, destruction, everything, until they realize that the energy of secrecy, the energy of all this shit will continue to keep them bound. And it's not until they're able to get in their own power and just let go of fear and be like, there's going to be a new wave to handle this, but I got to do this, and that it's going to change. A lot of them are embarrassed because they have these ties to this person to the point where it has affected them financially, has affected them in all sorts of emotional ways, and they feel like in their mind they have to be the emperor because that's what society says, and be able to give a lot. And they're embarrassed to come forward with these open feelings of inadequacy and saying, look, this is what I got because of this and this and that. I can't give you this and this and that. Do you know how hard it is? Again, this could be a man or a woman, for somebody, divine masculine, to admit that kind of stuff because of the societal norms. But that's part of the spiritual awakening, and that's what he's going through right now, or she. He's getting rid of this shit. For a lot of them, is making believe that they have to be in this relationship because it makes them feel powerful. That's for another group of you. But this person's manipulative, treats them like shit, argumentative, and now they don't know how to get out. Because now it's caused them an energy where they feel like they're toxic for you. And they're embarrassed to come forward and say, I need help. Because they feel like they're supposed to be the protectors. And little do they know that that's the whole point of the journey. That's the whole purpose of having a soul connection that is this strong. It's having each other's back no matter what. You're in a freaking abusive situation. You're trapped. You're being threatened. What makes you think I won't allow you and take care of you, knowing that in the future, if something like that happened to me, you're going to take care of me? Why do you think it has to be a certain way, you know? But it's very hard. A lot of them feel like they have to get away because they cannot do that. But I feel like a lot of them, it's going to come from there. And it's going to hit you like a ton of bricks. Some of it's going to make you angry. Some of you guys are going to be really sad by the situation. Think of it this way. It's like, I see some of them even being physically freaking hit by some by some karmics. Like, I kid you not. Like, fuck you, throwing shit. I see that. And them having to lock themselves. I keep getting visions, lock themselves in a room to like shut it out. And like the banging on the door, open the fucking door. Like, I'm talking that kind of shit I'm seeing for a lot of them. If there's kids involved, they're hearing it, neighbors, like it's become too much. So much they don't know, they don't, I'm channeling the energy. Did you just see me stutter? But in the meantime, you're feeling these heavy energies because of the separation, but you don't know what's going on. That's where the spiritual awakening comes from. For them, it's time for them to realize that as long as you're not open, things don't work. But they feel like they have to come forward according to society. But this karmic situation has pushed them to such a limit. Again, this is general reading, so if it doesn't resonate with you, if you get a personalized reading, it will be particularly tailored to you, even if they don't have a karmic situation as a person. But I'm channeling this, and it's strong enough, and it's enough of you that they want it said. Where they feel so helpless, the divine, this is divinely orchestrated. It's breaking them down to the point that it's either die or come forward to you with weakness. Perceived weakness. 7 of Cups, it's perceived, it's an illusion, but that showing your weakness is showing power. And when they do that, which for a lot of you, I see that happening this week, I see a lot of you just like embracing them. Like, you don't realize how beautiful that is. A lot of you might be in a more financial stable situation because of this. But you're willing to help and not judge, knowing that when you come together, this will change eventually. Like I said, when it's a divine connection, the divine gives you everything. When there's secrets and devil energies, the divine does not give you abundance. And the Four of Wands, and the Ten of Pentacles, and the Ace of Cups, and the Passion, and the financial abundance. Emperor, Empress. They have that whole life set out for you guys. But as long as you're not living in your truth, they hold it back. But right now, they feel ashamed for how they treat you. They feel ashamed for... They feel stuck. Like, why? As long as they're in this why me, why me, why me, which also mirrors to you, why me, why me, why me, it's going to go in circles. But a lot of them have finally woken up to the fact that they need to just tell you, because they've noticed how much they've hurt you, and they realize it's because you don't know, and they're not protecting you, and they're aware of that. So they're willing to take a chance. Like, I'm just going to tell the truth. Because ultimately we're not talking or whatever. We can't be very close right now. So if I tell them the truth, it's either they are going to walk away, which they're already doing right now, or they're going to accept me for who I am and what's going on. A lot of them I see, like, freaking karmics that, like, throw their shit out the window kind of shit. You know what I mean? And they are trying to sneak away because it's that crazy. And a lot of them, it's their biggest fear having to do this because it makes them feel like I'm like not. But the first person they're going to want to talk to is you. And they might even, if you are not in a marriage your own, ultimately they're going to have to show their weakness. And like, you're going to accept them in, like, to stay over, to do stuff like that, which was their ultimate fear, but the biggest blessing. Because love is love. Love is energy. It has nothing to do with money or anything like that. And I see that happening for some of you also. For some, it's like going out for drinks, having a conversation. For some of you, it's a phone call. For some of you, it's what I just said, showing up at your doorstep. And I channeled that a couple readings. And I had some people comment that it happened. Like, you don't know what I'm going through. Like, I'm going to fucking kill myself, basically. That's not a nice thing to say because some people, I'm sorry, are sensitive. You know, but I'm going to lose my shit. I'm panicking. I can't breathe. I'm being attacked. Like, I need somewhere to go. And very easily, you're going to be like, of course. Stay. That's going to happen for some of you too. I mean, huge changes. This is making me even teary-eyed because some of their situations are so fucking bad. And you guys feel so fucking bad because you're channeling their energy and you're unable to differentiate because you have not developed your psychic skills enough to be able to see whether or not you feel bad because of how they're treating you or you feel bad because they're feeling bad. But a lot, it's like a freaking plot twist. You don't even realize why this is going on. It's not malicious. There's no love, but they feel guilty. At the same time, there's a connection between them and this person where they feel guilty, but they have to because they are basically being emotionally and spiritually killed and murdered. You don't have to stick someone with a knife to kill them. So it's almost the same thing. Like someone chasing after you with a knife trying to kill you and them, open the door. I need help. Which was their biggest fear, that happening and you having to be involved in that biggest fear. But very quickly will they feel a sense of peace when they realize it. That's not how it works. That actually causes more pain with the secrets. Wow, holy channeling. I have 2 tarot decks, a Morgan Greer. I have these little ones. Oh my god, at the bottom of the deck. I'm not even going to pull it, but I guarantee it's going to come out again. Oh my god, the Hermit. That was a lot of channeling, but honestly, this freaking... Oh my god, we're starting with the 2 of Cups. Oh my god. Underneath energy healing work. It's time for this truth to come out, to begin this energy healing work. As long as they're in this situation, they can't do it, but they see you, Divine Feminine. They see finally this union with you is going to be the healing. That's what I was just talking about. We started with a freaking union card. I said they're coming with the truth and they're going to be surprised how quickly all of this pain just goes away, because this is a soul connection. Oh my God. I said I very strongly saw the Ace of Swords. The truth. The truth underneath, forgive yourself, you've done nothing wrong. The truth, finally, through the energy healing work that they've been trying to do, I said they've been spiritually awakening, realizing that they have to come into their power, that they haven't been coming into their power. I'm like shaking with anxiety. I'm channeling someone's energy, and it's like, it's really intense to the point that I'm like, feeling like they've done something wrong to them, the karmic partner, because it's so toxic. To you, for making you, they don't know what to do. But the divine, Archangel Michael, is very clearly communicating with them and help healing, saying, that's not the truth. You haven't done anything wrong. You were just going through these karmic lessons, and it just needs to be cleared out. It's all about your intent. Six of Pentacles, leaving out stability, not having stability. You can't make it up. So they're going to come forward with love to you, with an, like, right straight away. Like I said, I have to tell you this truth. That's an apology. I'm sorry for this imbalance that I've caused. The truth about why they've been so imbalanced, why they've caused you imbalance, the truth about how imbalanced their entire fucking life is right now. I just split this deck. Did you see that? You can't make it up. The Three of Swords. You and your loved ones are safe. They are afraid of breaking people's heart. For those that are in karmic situation, it might be kids, it might be their mom, it might be their wife, but they feel almost like this person. Devil energy is like codependency too, but there's a codependency here, and they almost feel responsible, okay? But the divine, that's why Archangel Michael wanted to speak first, is saying, forgive yourself. You did nothing wrong by walking out of this situation. You have to heal yourself by walking out of this situation. You did nothing wrong. Even though it causes heartache, you and your loved ones are still going to be safe. You have to honor and trust your feelings about that. You are not honoring and trusting your feelings by being there. It's not going to cause anything good. That also means, very quickly, like I said, we started with the freaking union card, Two of Cups, okay? So they already know that you are the person they want to be with forever and ever and ever, even though they treat you, oh my God, at the bottom of the deck. And I just freaking shuffled that. Oh my God, the freaking Emperor. You can't make it up. What's at the top? Oh my God, the King of freaking Wands and the Justice card. I really, it's unbelievable. It's unbelievable because the divine always shocks me, even though they do this every time, because I just channeled this whole thing. We started with a union card. That's huge. They already know you're the person they want to spend the rest of their life with, okay? However, you feel right now, a lot of you, trust that. A lot of you are like, I don't really know, because they don't make you feel that way. Again, I already explained why. But they're not coming forward with some bullshit. They're coming forward with, I love you. This is how I feel. This is the truth. This is going to hurt your heart. This can hurt, but this is a general reading, so this can resonate in a lot of ways. It's going to hurt your heart because you find something out about cheating, things like that, addictions. It's going to hurt your heart that they have held things in. But I feel for a lot of you, it's going to hurt your heart to actually see the truth of what they have been dealing with. And all of a sudden, it's like a role reversal. Like you see things in a completely different light. And so do they, because they notice that you're accepting and you realize all that hatred or whatever negative feelings you've had just go away. Because ultimately you have a divine connection. And the truth is all you need to be able to live that. So like I said, the truth, coming forward, judgment, releasing karma, releasing judgment day, getting rid of all your sins. It's time. He's being the emperor, coming forward, standing in his power, letting go of the manipulations from this karmic situation and manifesting a new life with you. And like I said, they're coming forward as the emperor, finally honoring and trusting their feelings, where they've been holding it back and hurting you and hurting you. They're bringing judgment to that. They're honoring and trusting it and just coming forward as the emperor and saying, just like I channeled, look, that's a twin flame. I know that I want to be with you forever. That's the infinity symbol on the table. This is what's up. This is the truth, the sword. This is how passionate I am. This is my emotion. This is the one little pentacle I fucking have because of this situation, whatever the case may be. Or this is my lack of stability. But it's all here. But I know I want you to for forever. Okay? And I know that one day I'm going to be able to be the emperor. And you're going to be like, you're always the fucking emperor. You're the emperor by speaking the truth. He's going to come forward and offer you a start to a union and tell you he's ready to be a king. The King of Wands is passionate. He's ready to bring justice to you underneath the truth card, offering justice to this situation. I just split this for no reason. Do you see that? Because I don't want you to think it's like I have involuntary movements. Look at that. Look at that. Oh my God. I channeled this. Oh my God. Oh my God. I always say oh my God because it's like ridiculous. They always shock me, no matter whether or not they do this every single time. I clairvoyantly saw this entire reading and they do this. And again, I always say this, I'm not talking about myself. It just shocks me every single time because their energy is so amazing to me. I'm telling you, every time I react like that because it's just like, it's like a new experience for me every time. The bottom of the deck, top of the deck. 2 aces, an offer of passion, an offer of truth. Did you just see? First of all, communication. Ace of Swords, communication. 8 of Wands, sudden communication. Page of Swords, sudden communication. Aren't those the freaking cards that I channeled? Yes. This is going to happen very quickly. 8 is very sudden movement. Very sudden movement. This communication is going to come out of nowhere. It's going to come out of nowhere. It's going to come out of nowhere. He's finally coming forward as the Emperor. The 6 of Cups is representative of children. It's representative of soulmate connections. It's representative of rekindling old friendships and relationships. We started with the 2 of Cups. So right away, the Divine wanted to let you know what this was about. It's not rekindling some friendship. Let's get together. It's about love. I fucking love you. They feel ashamed. They're scared as hell to tell you the truth. That's why they keep backing up, but it has to happen because they don't want to live without you. And you are about to move on with someone else because you guys are, a lot of you are at that point, even if you don't want to be. And you're hurt. It's like, how could you let me do that? I thought, I just, you know. Wow, I'm still in shock by them. They want 3 more cards. Oh my God. Whatever I split, whenever I split, whatever's there. Action. Wow, fucking zers. When they make me, I don't have a particular spread, but when they have me do this because they want me to read multidimensionally. By the way, like I said, I'm a channeler, so I channeled all of this already. So they're just, how they make me read is just confirmation for you so that you're clear. And Archangel Michael, always involuntary movements, has something to say. Oh my God. Believe and trust. They said, you can't make this shit fucking up. I said, I channeled this whole message. I'm a medium. I don't need the cards. And then they confirm, it's all for confirmation so that you can feel comfortable and believe their messages. And then Archangel Michael comes down because he's here right now and goes, Oh yeah, I'll confirm it. Believe and trust. Believe and trust. Archangel Michael. Completely involuntary. Before going to sleep tonight, say, Archangel Michael, please enter my dreams and replace fear with faith and trust, and let me be filled with strength, courage, and confidence. And like I said, I always read multidimensionally, so they know exactly the messages too. Oh shit, I'm gonna burn this. Did you see that? I'm not trying to catch my house on fire. Gotta move some things over here. They want you to believe and trust. The freaking fact that I just said that, and they were like, boom, yes, please do. And the fact that they're also confirming that they want you to be filled with strength, courage, and confidence. But again, that's what Divine Masculine is going through right now. But they're there. They're gathering up the courage. They've been hurting you in the process. They cannot even stomach the fact that they're hurting you. That's the crazy part. You feel like they don't care. You know that they care, but you're like, a lot of you are in pain, and it's like, they hurt even more. You think they're not being the emperor, but they're more of the emperor than you're even aware of for a lot of you. Again, it's personalized readings, the way to confirm. Some of them could be just straight a-holes. I'm going to be honest with you. So it depends how it resonates. A lot of them are the emperor more than you know. That's why the emperor is right over here with the union card. How are they the emperor? Because they deal with their karmic situation with a lot more than you're aware of. They made the mistake, but it's not a mistake. It's all divinely orchestrated of keeping it within. But the reason that they were secret on the 3D level, I already explained, but from the divine is because that was going to trigger you to heal yourself, because it's what's going to trigger things in you to heal and become a better person. But they have always been the emperor. You don't even realize. A lot of them, it's like twisted. It's like they've been backing away, but they've been dealing with more things that you know. They have been financially responsible for someone. They have been stuck despite their will. They have been thinking they're protecting you and all that shit from this devil energy. And that's why they always would come in and out, because at the same time, they always wish that at the end of the day you were there. But how fucking could you be? How could you not have conflict if they're not telling the truth? Well, it's time for union and it's time for truth. And they have me pull multidimensional ways. So here we go. Divine Masculine is coming forward with this offer of love, offer of passion, and a king. Okay? It's going to be a passionate conversation, honey. Because this is the conflict card. They've been in conflict, this conflict about how passionate they are, whether or not they can come forward with these devil energies. This is that karma situation, everything that I just said, okay? And the reason that you guys have conflict is because whether you like it or not, you guys, that's Divine Masculine, Divine Feminine. The devil is the polar opposite of the Lover's card, which is the card of the angel and the divine, where you guys are free, but here you're bound by the neck. So that's ultimately realizing that this conflict, you're always going to be in conflict. They realize they're always going to be in conflict, because no matter what, you guys are chained at the neck. And that came after the soul connection. They realize that you're chained. You have this conflict because you guys have a freaking soul connection, and you're always going to have conflict because whether you like it or not, energetically, you're bound. But they are ready to speak the truth and bring, sorry, this thing keeps shaking, and bring justice to these devil energies that keep you in conflict, and offer this passion like a king. It's time now. It's time now for you to know why you've been left out in the cold, why there's been this imbalance. They've been leaving themselves out in the cold, a lot of them, leaving you out in the cold, but hurting silently that they did so, and ultimately leaving themselves out in the cold, like kind of like a self-sacrifice. Now again, this is only for a certain portion of you. For some of them, they were just straight being a-holes, and it was just karmic lessons that they had to learn, and they are realizing how imbalanced they are by being separate with you. Right now they feel left out in the cold without you. And this is the Two of Wands. I'm pretty sure I channeled that. That's all the time they've been on their own, contemplating what to do to change their world. What to do. This passion is a passion he already has, because he's the King of Wands. He has one in his hand that he wants to offer to you. That he wants to offer to you, and he finally does it. The Ace of Wands. He offers you the truth. Ultimately, communicates why there has been this conflict, that he's been thinking about it, and he doesn't want to leave you out in the cold anymore. He wants to bring balance to this. And this is the 8 of Wands and the Page of Swords together, back to back. The freaking communication cards together, back to back, is pretty clear. Sudden communication very quickly. So that's confirming that for a lot of you, this is this week. But remember, energy is fluid because we all have free will. So if they continue, this is a very clear message. If they continue to live in fear and not believe and trust in the divine, engage in their energy healing work, forgive themselves because they've done nothing wrong. This is beyond their control. Realize that no matter what, their loved ones are going to be safe because this is just part of what needs to happen. And honor and trust their feelings for you as long as they believe and trust in the divine. They will be able to come forward very quickly and communicate with you. And the 6 of Cups turns into the soul connection rekindling this bond to the 2 of Cups. However, if with free will they avoid this because they do not believe and trust, they don't engage in the energy healing work, again, through personalized readings is how I can confirm, it's going to be the same fucking cycle over and over again. That's why it's followed by conflict and the devil, conflict and the devil, conflict and the devil. Like I said, you guys are bound by the neck. And it's now that they realize, it's been long enough that they realize there's nothing they can freaking do about it. They can't get you off their mind. You can't get them off their mind. You are their sense of peace. They don't feel peace with you when they hurt you, though. That's what they realize. That by them thinking that they don't want to share the truth, a lot of them, it's not just this situation. A lot of them, it's the fact that they've been cheating. They've had addictions. They've had this double life. A lot of them, it's the simple fact that they don't feel adequate and they have these inner childhood wounds that they have to heal. A lot of them have like alcohol issues, going out too much, try to drown themselves in their sorrows and shit. Whatever the case may be, they realize now they've been leaving themselves out in the cold by leaving you out in the cold, because no matter what, shit, they can't get you off their mind. And whoever they meet, whoever they've been fucking, I'm sorry for my language, whatever the case may be, the shit ultimately ends up in heartbreak. So they want to bring, again, temperance to this heartbreak. And all by offering their passion. And I, guys, you know what I mean by rod. I've been getting, because of that Scorpio moon, a lot of fucking sexual energy. And I still see that shit as hot sex. Guys, please be careful. Because when there's heartbreak and someone offers temperance after a long time of being imbalanced and left out in the cold, you know what can happen. Please protect yourselves. I'm just saying. There's nothing wrong with getting hot and heavy, but do the right thing, because shit, then you will very quickly turn into some baby mama, because those are children. Multi-dimensional messages. Again, this is general reading so there's a message for everybody. Very quick communication, okay? So this could be between now and 8 days, like I say. But energy's fluid, I already explained that. Again, confirming the High Priestess. The High Priestess next to the King of Cups is freaking so significant. Because the High Priestess has psychic insight. The High Priestess is already spiritually awakened. A lot of you are very spiritual. Very. So much that you've almost enlightened them. But the High Priestess is also very secretive. She keeps her knowledge inside. Okay? She knows the truth, and that's what I channeled in the beginning. A lot of you have known the truth the whole time, and what causes this fucking conflict is, again, this is lying. Is you knowing the truth about the freaking passion, you knowing the truth about this whole fucking devil situation. The whole time. And waiting and contemplating, when the fuck, look how this card is looking over here. When the fuck are you going to tell me the truth about these devil energies that I already know? You're just constantly bringing conflict because you don't believe and trust in me. But now they see that. Do you notice that through this reading, you're starting to see things in a new light? Well, guess what? So are they. It's like, that's what the divine does. That's what the divine does. Involuntary movement. Oh my God. Oh my God. Oh my God. They want 2 more. This is a Morgan Greer from this other deck. Oh, Oh my God. Whoa. Oh my God. Wow. This is how I got it, right? Putting it in the order that I got it. Because they want me to put it aside for a minute. I said this was going to be shorter, but yeah, okay. The energies were so strong. Oh my God, and this one just flew out. The victory card, being victorious. So this is going to happen. It's going to be victorious. And that's confirmation. If you are divine masculine viewing this, because I know some divine masculines have actually spiritually awakened enough to actually start looking at these readings too, some of them, okay? That's why some people have been actually, there have been divine masculines actually that have emailed me and said, please, can you do a divine masculine reading? Because a lot of people don't. And I'm thinking about doing that for you. Wow. Look at that. Everything I channeled right there. I know that it sounds, ooh, there's one that flipped weird the way, but it's still not, it's not like I'm picking them, like I'm splitting the deck randomly. Some people, you know, shuffle however they want. That's what they have me do, because like I said, it's all involuntary. Wow. 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 Why is this one backwards? Because it wants to be there. And one more. Union. 8 of freaking swords. Like I said, 10 of swords. Tower moments. But in between all these offers of fucking love, I don't usually just stop and pick them like that. But the fact that these are back to back like that are freaking significant as hell. I channeled, I said a union card. Did I not say union? There it is. I channeled the 10 of swords, the 8 of swords, the 9 of swords, the anxiety. Freaking, a lot of them, look at them, are losing their fucking shit because they want nothing but to have this abundance in this family life with you. And it's killing them that you don't even know it. That they're stuck between these two things. They want to offer this cup of passion and love. They want to offer this cup of passion and love. Again, this is being victorious. So this is thinking about it. The tower moment hit. I'm sorry if you hear this chair. I'm going to be like reading from standing up because this, I keep saying that. I need a new chair. This chair is like, I'm about to do a GoFundMe or some shit because I went to IKEA. I don't know if you guys have that store. And like, I thought these like the chairs that you pump up were cheap, but they're not. They're like fucking $200. I'm like, what? I'm like, oh, I can deal with it. But no, this shit is like, my ass is numb. Okay, you know what I mean? And I have a chunky one. You guys don't know me, but it's chunky. Shit's numb. So that's a big problem. Victory will be served. Notice that we started with the victory card and the offer of love. The page energy is very young. So that means they've been contemplating, but still through devil energies like, should I bring justice and bring the truth? And they thought they were going to come forward as a page, but nope. The fucking tower moment hit. They're left out in the cold, this imbalance, and contemplating they need to get the fuck out. That's what I said. This karmic situation, this reading in particular, again, I channel, there's a lot of situations, personalized readings, really, really, really get into it. But they really want me to focus on those that are in karmic situations with people because they are out of control. Like literally, some of them even fear for their whole life. Not really, but they're like the type to break their car, like losing it, like making like threatening them that I'm gonna take the kids and leave the house. Holy shit. Okay, this is actually kind of severe. So the fact that I got these cards, anxiety, you can read this multiple ways. Having severe anxiety because they want this with you and they're stuck between these two things, knowing the infinity sign between it, that they want to offer you this cup. They realize through this tower moment, they don't want to just offer a little bit. They need to come forward as a knight and give you the infinity and take control. See, that's balancing two things, but actually when you juggle, that's hard. So when you finally are good at it, he's able to balance the two things. Because right now he is stuck. He's anxious as hell. He's like having, like I said, panic attacks. The fact that the 10 of swords, 8 of swords, the tower, the 9 of freaking swords, Then here's like a marriage card. Ultimate marriage. But then there's the death. Then there's the illusion. 7 of Cups that I channel. Oh, I'm sorry if like my arm like is like all up in the fucking thing. It's like I'm standing. I told you my ass is numb. Whoop. Can you see? I'm trying to just like, if you see this little pole there, I'm sorry. I just want to see what's most important is that you guys can see the cards, okay? I have to figure out a way to do this so that doesn't happen. Anyway, holy shit. I just got a really fucked up image. This is for somebody. This is for somebody. This is for somebody. It might not resonate with everyone. That's why these are general readings. Sometimes the energies are so severe that they come out for like particular people. But this is very severe. Some shit is going upside down, being destructed in their home right now. How do I know it's a home? Because we have the 10 of Pentacles. That's like a marriage or a home. And there's financial ties to it because Pentacles are finances. They are bound and stuck and bleeding because of this Tower moment. And they want nothing more than to get out of this situation they've been juggling and offer you. That's why it's so strange, because there's a victory, there's a Page of Cups, and the Knight of Cups. So that signifies, again, confirming that they want nothing more than to communicate, bring judgment, let go of this, and offer love and move away from the situation. But they're fucking stuck. They're in pain. They're having anxiety because they also know that they're about to lose you. They feel like they're going to lose you. They feel like you're going to go and meet somebody else. They realize that by living in this illusion and trying to act, a lot of them try to fucking do everything in their power to say they hated you. They don't want to be with you. Not hated, but you don't make them happy. You're confrontational. It doesn't work out with you. All of that was just an illusion for themselves. Every single time just kept them stuck because and heartbroken. Because what keeps them balanced and in passion is you, High Priestess. Every time this would happen, you would still be High Priestess, spiritual. You would still be connected energetically. And you know how significant it is for her to be next to the King of Cups? Because the King of Cups is madly, deeply, crazy, fucking in love. Like, I love you for the rest of my life. You mean you're everything to me. You don't even know. I've never been in love like this in my life. And it's crazy that a lot of them feel that way. You had no idea. You actually think the opposite. Like, you've been using me. Like, this is a narcissistic, abusive relationship. Blah, blah, blah. But interesting that she's the woman of secrets and he's the man keeping it in and not communicating and not coming forward. Always coming forward as a knight with action here and there with a wand. And I channel the penis. And then a lot of you feel like, yeah, they would come offer this. You would have some victory for a little bit, offer a little bit of love, then boom, destruction. Now we're stuck again. That's how it's been going. You see how they have me read multidimensionally? But now it's time to fix that. Because, again, the divine, it's no accident. They started with the freaking 2 of Cups. Involuntary. The 3 of Wands. They have been contemplating this for a long ass time. Again, blocking themselves though. Because of this, I see like a financial tie to somebody. Again, and I said I got a really fucked up image with this, so I have to share it. Like I didn't even want to. But the fact that I was talking about anxiety and this like home, and I was talking about how there's some like really fucked up karmic situation, and then I just randomly pulled the death card. I was talking about like slasher tires kind of shit. The death card next to the illusion card next to walking away, I can read that many ways, but the moment that I saw that, I saw an image of people like threatening to like harm themselves, harm them, or harm the children, like that kind of crazy. Like they've like lost their damn mind. If you walk away from me, it's like that. See, the 7 of Cups is illusions. Also, like your mind all over the fucking place. Like this, like they're losing their shit all over the place. Look. Don't you look how crazy this shit is? There's something you never know what to expect. It's like, okay, am I gonna come home to this? 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 And there they are juggling all this shit and bleeding and heartbroken. because they want nothing but to bring temperance to you. But holy shit, because I was channeling the whole thing about them being like losing their damn mind and them suffering, and then I got the death, the 7 of Cups, and this means to me like some of them are even in that energy. And that's why they rather cause you a little bit of pain, because they feel like that little bit of pain is less than the pain they'd cause you otherwise. And it keeps them in such anxiety, look, because they want nothing more than this 2 of Cups and this 10 of Pentacles with you. However, little do they know, death is also a rebirth. This Tower moment's going to turn into this rebirth. By letting go of this illusion, by letting go of this, you'll be able to come and plan for the future. Okay? Bring judgment. Communicate quickly about what you've already known. Offer this love and walk away. They feel like, some of them feel like they need to take a risk because you might walk away. You're already walking away. So they're always like, I have nothing to lose at this point. They've been contemplating it for a while. They're communicating. Again, King of Cups underneath the Page of Swords and the 2 of Pentacles. Should I tell her I love her? Should I tell her I love her? Should I tell him or her I love him? Should I tell them? Should I tell them? Should I tell them? I know. Look at this infinity sign on top of his mind. I can infinitely can't get this person out of my mind. Neither can you. But it's time to be the Emperor. Rekindle this. Come forward with real passion and let go of being stuck. Let go. I just split this randomly too. There you go. Let go of being stuck. Let go of these shadow energies. Oh my God, and I just split it again for no freaking reason. Wow. When they're back to back like that, like you can't, I have to, honey. Because it's exactly what I channeled. Spiritually awakening and bringing. See, the Hierophant spiritually awakening, but he's the person that like does the right thing. Does the right thing. Commits and does the right thing no matter what. He's doing the right thing and telling you the truth of what's been hidden. That's the Moon. What did it say? The card that signifies the divine, this is divinely orchestrated. That there's hope, that he has hope. The divine has given him the faith that there's hope here. Coming full circle, the world. The divine is letting them know in their mind but they need to believe and trust it. They have this feeling inside. I can have the world with this person. How dare I deny them? Right now they feel like a lot of them, they have to. But when they come forward, there will be commitment. The purest relationship ever. And like I said, it's instant. It's always instant. When you get out of this anxiety, when you rebirth, when you let go of all this negativity, what are you left with? Ultimate union. When you let go of this Moon energy and do the right thing and spiritually awakening and trust the divine, what do you get? The world. And look what ended up here by itself. What do you get? 1111, the ultimate union card, marriage. Forever, forever, and ever. Just like that. Everything else will work itself out. It doesn't matter how dark the devil is. That's what the devil does. It makes you feel like everything, you can't pass it. But we live on earth where there are people that are in the street doing crack, heroin, all sorts of stuff. And if they can get their lives together and lots of things, you know, horrible things, but it's a part of life. The point is, if you have love, you don't judge each other and you make it work. And they're realizing that. They're going to walk away because they think I don't care. So I have to at least let them know. And you know what's interesting? You can look at all my readings, put Archangel Michael's messages around like that. But it's interesting that they're doing that. And I just channeled that basically, and he wants to say something else. It's like Archangel Michael is, and I always talk about him. He's like my favorite. He's a protector. He's protecting you guys from this whole situation. And he's the one guiding all of this because it needs to change. Innocence. Dear God and angels, thank you for helping me see that all of your qualities of pure love and light are reflected within me and all others, and help me embrace God-given innocence so that I may be at peace. Oh my God. They want you to believe and trust that inside they are a good person. Because some of you were like, you know what, you're just an ass. Okay? It's also a brand new beginning. Archangel Michael, what else do you want to say? 2. God is in charge. You're on the right path. Dear God, please help me let go of this situation, giving it in faith and trust to your divine wisdom and infinite love in order to resolve and heal everything and everyone involved. You're on the right path. Archangel Michael, I call upon you now. Thank you for giving me loud and clear guidance. I was just talking about the fact that he's the one giving loud and clear guidance about this, that I easily understand. And thank you for motivating me and filling me with the courage and confidence to make healthful life changes. I said this was short. This is the longest fucking reading I've done in forever, but like this was really ridiculous because the changes that are happening this week for a lot of you is crazy. So if you want a personalized reading to confirm if this is basically what's happening, because this is what's happening for a lot of you, or if you're the one that's going to get the fucking knock on your door, hit me up. Star Moon Angel 1111, and it's easier for me right now to just email you the information. But I do recommend that. It has nothing to do with money, but those of you that have had personalized readings, do me a favor and comment down below how it's been for you. You guys have been giving me such beautiful feedback about the accuracy and how much it's healed you. So a lot of times, because this is around the corner, if you feel the urge to get a reading, it's because that there's a block you need to release. The Hanged Man, I don't read reversals, but that's coming out of being that stuck energy. Page of Swords, again, communicating why they walked away and telling me that they're walking away from the karmic situation they want to. Knight of Swords, I also channeled it, is moving forward quick as fuck. We got 2 quick cards and right on top of each other. Look, the Page of Swords, the 8 of Wands, communication fast, the Knight of Swords, communication, clarity fast, about why they moved away, why they acted like the Hangman stuck, but they're coming out of that and they're letting you know why they left you out in the cold. Look, but in this card, there's a reason why they didn't have me pull it on the other deck. Because in this card, he is bleeding more than you. You're sad, but you're covered. You look chunkier, which, you know, nobody really, I mean, you know, you can be beautiful and be whatever size you want, but you know what I mean? Like, she looks warmer. What I meant by that is, like, healthier. Because if you have meat on you, you're eating. For the most part, you're not starving. He's all skinny and like crooked and his head's bleeding and it's like he could barely, and she's there like, I know you left me out in the cold. I know you left me out in the cold. I know that this is hurt. But don't you fucking get that I love you too. And that's why they had me pull it in this deck. Because in the Rider-Waite, it's 2 people left out in the cold, but they're separate. And here, they're embracing each other. And like I said, like I channeled, didn't I say that very quickly? This is the quick moving card. Some of them are going to very quickly communicate with you and leave their situation, quickly get on their horse. Knock, 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 knock. Please let me in. Please let me in. I feel so embarrassed about this, but you're my person. I know you understand. Like, with like a bag of clothes or some shit. Like, I need to stay. Like, I can't. And you're going to offer them that. They're going to offer you this stability, this stable foundation. Because that's the start. What is this? Because that's the start of this passionate new beginning. I can't believe this reading was this long, even though I said, you see, I never, if it's this long, it's because it's really significant. So like lots of big fucking changes are happening right now. The Knight of Pentacles and the Ace of Pentacles. So that's confirming that he is coming forward. That's movement. So he is coming to you. That's confirming the situation. But I said, oh. Of course they would end with the sun. Of course they would end with the sun. The most blissful fucking card ever. Number 1. Number 2, what did I say the sun signifies for me? What did I say this? Oh my God, I didn't even notice this one was there. Wow. The sun signifies who? The divine. First of all, right when I was saying believe in that they're the ones guiding it, boom, believe in trust card came out. I was saying like, you know. And then they fucking end with the Empress and the sun, like, hey, divine feminine, that's you. Can you trust me? Look at their face, like they've gone through hell. Can you trust me? They look like they almost resent each other, but they're underneath the sun, this clarity. You're so in love. They're so in love. They're so in love. In between this Ace of Pentacles and this communication is movement and judgment. Again, judgment moving away. How many times are they going to confirm it? How many times are they going to confirm it, besides the fact that I just fucking got the Ace of Cups, again confirming the Star card to me is the Divine. And then I split it up fucking again and got for the second time 11-11 Ultimate Union. I can't even take it. Wow. Wow. The Ace of Pentacles, that could even be an engagement ring, honey, for some of you. Offering stability, offering everything, emotions, because this situation triggered it. This situation that they have been secret about not only healed you, because this is what you needed to go through. It gave you the strength to heal you, this whole situation. But it also had everything to do with healing them and giving them the courage to face it in front of people. And they confirmed it again with the Star card. The Sun card and the Star card. Wow. 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 Offering stability. This is a relationship that's going to end where, Empress? The Emperor is the one starting this. The Emperor. Two of Cups, the Emperor. We end up with the freaking Empress and the Four of Wands. I can't even take it. They want something from the After Tarot, even though this has been very long. What do you want to say? This is the After Tarot. Jesus. That was an accident anyway. It's too many. They want 2 cards. Split whatever's there. Oh my God. Confirming again that they're gonna fucking pour out their emotions to you. And the Knight of Swords again. Knight of Swords, Knight of Swords. Confirming that it's gonna happen quick as fuck. Quick as fuck. Bringing karma. Wheel of Fortune means sudden. Sudden luck, sudden changes, sudden happiness. Fast as hell. They're just confirming that this is like fast as hell. Wow. Can you see this anyway? Can you see what I'm doing right now? Because I'm just splitting this shit and it's coming out. Quick as hell. They just confirmed the cards that just came out there. They just confirmed the cards that I just pulled out. Quick as hell, offering, pouring out their emotions, letting go of these shadow energies. That's Divine Feminine, them being open about it. Very quickly. Again, didn't I say they're coming and laying it all on the table? Can't make it up. Oh, they want one more from here and we are done. I didn't even pull oracles. This was crazy, fucking long, crazy, but this is significant. At the bottom of the deck, the top of the deck, you can't make it up. You can't make it up. I'm done. You know that I can read for like 4 hours and they will continue to confirm, right? I gotta cut them. They're being very clear. Now this 10 of Pentacles that's right here. Again, look at that. Can you make that up? Because it came out with the Illusion card here. It came out with the 9 of Swords here. And now in the After Tarot, which confirms what happens next, we got the fucking 10 of Pentacles again. Wait, no, I have to move this. I have to, I'm sorry. I know it looks messy, but I fucking have to. I have to. I have to. I have to move it. This is a lot of cards to pull, but I have to. You're kidding me, right? Boom. 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 And the world is underneath there somewhere. I hate when my cards look messy, but whatever. We get it. That whole row confirmed that it's done. Confirming that very quickly you're coming out of this anxiety and no longer you're being bound to it. This actually means new beginning, because you're going to have the 10 of Pentacles with them getting out of this illusion, getting out of the situation of this like craziness. Really mastering juggling this time, these two situations. And what did I say? The world instantly is given to both of you. You realize what abundance really is, okay? Oh my God, and of course, we would end the reading again. How many times are they gonna do this? confirming, hey, it's me, the sun. If you didn't know you already, I just want to tell you 100 times again that it's me talking. And confirming, High Priestess, you knew this all the time. You were just waiting for this moment. I don't know if B, T, or J is significant for any of you. I'm not even sure what that means. I have to look it up, and I've been reading for forever, but that just, I always read this card and never popped out to me to say it. But B, T, and J is significant for a lot of you. If the person you're talking about is B, T, or J somehow, then this message, it has a lot to do with you. You're fucking kidding me. And look at the other side. I was just picking them up to clean them up and put them away. Can they stop? This reading is going to be 3 hours. As if they didn't make it crazy enough. This is what they're really, really going to end with. Divine Masculine. He finally becomes the Emperor, like for real. Taking charge of the situation. I just had like, I'm like hyperventilating. Like really? I'm like freaking dying. This is the third time you get the 11-11 Union card. The Emperor, the 10 of Cups. Holy shit. Marriage union, and him being the man for you. Bliss, happiness with the person, Divine Feminine, that he always knew he was supposed to be with. Random, and we're done. Justice. Fight for justice and equality. Rulings made in your favor. Don't give up. He's not giving up. You're not giving up. Strength and peace, which is the number 11 card. Strength and grace through kindness, self-confidence, and forgiveness. Peace. Release the past. There's a more enriching future coming. And doesn't it say, it says let go and let God, and here it says God is in charge. This was all divinely orchestrated. Sending love and light. Crazy. All right.